Are you looking for a standing sewing table? Do you need a sewing machine table that allows you to get it to the perfect height? Hello, my quilting friends. My name is Leah Day, and I am an Arrow Sewing Cabinets dealer and online quilting teacher. Super excited to be sharing the Eleanor sewing table with you guys. I have finally, after more than 12 years, I think, finally changed sewing tables. It was time, and the Eleanor is the perfect table, whether you're wanting to stand and quilt, set and quilt, if you're particularly tall or particularly short and you're needing to be able to get your table to the perfect height. This is a sewing table that can do it all. It's very simple, but the features that it has makes it absolutely perfect for all different styles of quilting, and if you wanted to use it for a standing desk. So here is our Eleanor sewing table all set up and no machine in it, so that way you can really see what it looks like. And I have it set here at what I consider a comfortable height for sewing. It's a little bit on the high side, but when I'm free motion quilting, I oftentimes want to be a little higher in my chair. I might want the sewing table a little lower. And the amazing thing about the Eleanor is you can get it exactly where you want it. So let me show you. You just hit the down button and it goes down. And the lowest that it's showing for me is 28.7. So that's the lowest it can go. I'm 5'6" and I'm setting in one of our Arrow sewing chairs, the hydraulic chair. This is the lowest the chair can go. So that can give you a little bit of a reference. I have no difficulty with my feet touching the floor. I am 5'6", and this is the lowest the table can go. So if you're on the shorter side, this is going to be a great choice for you. The chair and the Eleanor combination is going to allow you to be able to reach the floor with your feet and operate the foot pedal on your sewing machine if that has been a struggle for you. But what if you are focused on your health and wanting to be up on your feet and moving? This is definitely something that I'm interested in. So I like to stand and quilt when I can, when I feel like it. And this is what's awesome, is the Eleanor can lift really high, like really, really high. I'm gonna stand up. So we're gonna keep on going here all the way. And we are topping out at 48.4. And this is, I have to say, for me, a little bit ridiculous. Can you imagine quilting right here? No, absolutely not. But, you know, let's say you were doing something else. Maybe you had your computer set up on this and you were typing. That might be, and you were super, super tall. That might be the right height for you. So I wanted you to see just how much of a difference you have in height. When I am quilting standing up, this would probably be about where I want it to be, and this is 44.4. Now let's talk about our flatbed. This is a manual flatbed, meaning that where it drops down, this is manually set by you. Of course, you can set it up flush, so if you want just a flat tabletop, then set it up flush. There's a knob here on the right-hand side, right front of that bracket, and you just tighten that knob up wherever you're happy with it. So I'm going to slot this down, and as you can see, it is manual. It's just basically slotting it into the bracket. So there's number 1 position, number 2 position, number 3 position, and number 4 position. And this may not fit your machine perfectly. You may find that when you put your machine on it, it's a little bit on the low side for that particular slot, and then you go to the next slot and it's a little bit high. And that's exactly what I found out was the issue with my little Rebel. So I'm going to show you a solution so you can get your Eleanor table fitting your sewing machine perfectly. So here is a sewing machine that is set on the lowest setting, and I ended up having about a 1/2 inch gap between the surface of my machine bed and the tabletop. The machine was running a little low. So I went and found EVA foam. That is a high density foam. It's used in cosplay, costuming. It's really, really fun stuff to play with. And this gave me an excuse to buy some. And I cut it the size and shape of my machine. So I cut it at 7 by 22 inches. Nice rectangle, placed it down, put the machine on top of it. And you can see this perfectly gets it to the right height. So it's flush with that tabletop. I have a nice flush flatbed here, and that is going to work out great. Of course, something that might concern you with a machine this size, though this is really only going to be a concern if you have a machine this big, and that is accessing your bobbin area. And I just had to kind of play with this a little bit and realize, you know, I cut that EVA foam the size of my machine base. Now, because I did that, I can pull the entire thing out, the EVA foam plus the machine, and be able to get to my bobbin area. This is only a concern if your machine is this big and fills the space this much. We do have an insert that can be cut for it. It stands up on legs around the machine. So if you have a smaller machine fitting in here and you want an insert, we can absolutely cut one for you and make that fit nice and flush all around your machine. Now you might be wondering about this little extension. You can slot this out. So it is held in place with just this little bracket. So just remove it if you don't want it, if you don't have space for it. I'm going to put the size, exact size of the table here with the leaf, without the leaf, so you can check it and see if it's going to be able to fit into your sewing space. Measure your space. Grab a tape measure, grab a ruler, and measure your space. Really, when it doesn't have the leaf, this is a table you could use as a desk. It really is going to fit just about anywhere. So this is all set up and ready to go. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing how the Eleanor sewing table works. It's going to make a great standing desk. It can make a great standing sewing table, and it can also be a perfect seated sewing table. Whatever you're in the mood to do, however you prefer to quilt, if you're particularly tall or you're particularly short, I think this is a perfect sewing table for you. If you'd like to learn more about the Eleanor, maybe pick up one for yourself, you can learn more about it at leahday.com/Eleanor. Until next time, let's go quilt.
Alright guys, not usually who you expect, right? But today we got this sewing table. It's got like a lot of cool features and stuff. No idea what it's called really at all, but it can go up for like really tall people, or if you like want to stand, do that like, stuff. But it can also go down. So if I'm like sitting, when it'll get there. Alright, cool. Alright, and if I'm sitting and like sewing and stuff or whatever, it's also got like that thingy. So you can also like adjust this. It's like adjustable. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's good for either if you're like my height, like 5'6", or if you're like giant, like 6'4" or something. But yeah. Cool. Alright.